I also get the honor of introducing you to our next class of 2015 recipient, and that's Miss Tracy Smith. Congratulations, Tracy, and welcome to the Hall of Fame. Tracy was a student athlete during my first couple years working at Stockton, and we're very, very fortunate in that our over the last 6 or 7 years, I guess 7 years counting, and now into the 8th year, our women's volleyball program has just dominated the conference play. We've won 7 consecutive championships and working on number 8 hopefully for this year. And as I watch the team play, they're fun, they're very, very talented. They take care of business and they dominate the sport at the conference level and done well. And a lot of the things, and it's good because a lot of our student athletes, a lot of our young people, they get fired up and they get pumped up when they get the excitement that comes from their teammates when something good happens in the game and they get the high fives and they're stomping and they're raising the roof and all of the other things. And that's a part of what we do with college athletics now. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with celebrating those great accomplishments. What I remember most about Tracy Smith and just in being just, first of all, just an incredible student athlete, a young person that you knew if you were playing against Stockton, you knew that the ball was going to be set to Tracy and you still had to try to stop it. And very few people did that. She was unbelievable. She was an unbelievable competitor. She played all around the court and did a lot of good things. But the thing that I always thought when I used to watch her, I was like, wow, look at this kid. She's very, very good. She does so many great things, and she will just lay down an unbelievably tenacious kill, and she'll just, congratulate her teammates and then just go back and get ready for the next point. There wasn't all of this stuff that I always called her to myself. I always called her that old soul. She was a throwback to like, okay, I'm supposed to do this. This is what it's about. This is what it's going to take to get my team to the next level. And so I will celebrate after the match is over. But right now, I want to concentrate on the next point. And I always thought that was just pretty cool for someone, an 18 to 22-year-old, to have it that much together. Now, maybe she wasn't. Maybe she just dazed out and I didn't know it. But I always appreciated that. Just tell me that, yes, you were in that zone, Tracy. Please tell me that. But I always remember that and appreciate that. The crowds were, the teammates on the bench were going crazy. They were running up and down the bench, high-fiving each other and stuff like that. And Tracy would give someone a little hand slap and then she'd get back and get ready for the next point. And just really a tenacious competitor and always seemed to be focused on, okay, what's next? We're done with that point. Let's not celebrate that too early. Let's worry about what's coming on next. Tracy, as I recall, not only led our team into the NCAA tournament, but I believe that she led our team to our first ever win in an NCAA tournament competition as well. And so as far as the legacy that we have now, we hope continues for a long time, but it's young people and it's people like Tracy Smith that started that legacy and let people know that Stockton is here to stay as a volleyball program. And so a lot of the celebration that we're doing today in our program started with people like Tracy Smith, so thank you for that. Here's some of the things. Yes, that deserves a round of applause. Here's some of her accomplishments while she was here, from 1997 to 2000. She was a 2000 NJAC Player of the Year, the best player in the New Jersey Athletic Conference in volleyball. She was a 3-time NJAC First Team recipient. She was the Stockton all-time leader in blocks. She's got something like 500 blocks. I don't know. She's blocked. I think she's going to knock me off the stage when she comes up here. She set school record for blocks in a single season that lasted for 14 years. It was actually just broken this past year. So for 14 years, she held that record. She's Stockton all-time ranked. She's 2nd in kills and 5th in service aces. She's a single season top 10 list. She's 3rd and 6th in blocks. 3rd in 1999 and 6th in 1998 with her totals in blocks. She's 3rd in service aces and 5th in kills in her senior season. She led Stockton to 2 NCAA championships and 2 NCAA tournament berths during her last 2 years as her junior and senior season. She helped, okay, she did. Good. I got good notes here. She helped the team to their first ever NCAA tournament appearance in 1999 and their first ever win in the year 2000. She was Stockton's 2001 Senior Female Athlete of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, Tracy Smith.
Well, hello. Thank you very much, Lonnie, folks. That was wonderful. Thank you also to the Hall of Fame committee and everything you've done to set up this evening tonight. It's amazing, and it's wonderful to be here. I'm actually amazed that I'm here. Got my kids out the door this morning. My husband got them to kindergarten just fine. Got on the plane, no problem. So I'm really happy to be here and happy to see everybody. I'd like to start by thanking my husband, who's holding down the fort back home. So he's one who gave me the push to come. He's kind of bummed not to be here, as he got to see me play senior year, and many of the girls and coaches might remember him showing up at our senior opener game against Widener University. Unbeknownst to me, I had no idea he was sitting in the stands. I had met him that summer at a wedding, thought I'd never see the man again. So ultimately, he wasn't that stalker I thought he was, and he turned out to be an amazing man who supports me in all I do. So wish he was here, but thankful he's watching my children, our children. Now onto my family. My brother, also a Stockton alumni, is actually in Asia teaching. My dad and stepmom are on a cruise in Europe. And my mom is here, even though I tried to get her not to come. Thanks, Mom. She moved from New Jersey to Florida a year ago to be closer to my family and her grandchildren, and they love having Grammy around. So a couple days ago, we figured it out and got her to get here with me, because I was trying to convince her, and did, not to come. So I'm thankful you're here, and thank you for all the endless hours that you drove me back and forth to practices, every high school game you watched, majority of college games you were attending, all the volleyball camps you sent me to over the summers, and especially allowing me to play club volleyball. So that was a huge commitment for my entire family. Practices, they used to drive me to East Jabib someplace and sit in the parking lot for 2 or 3 hours about twice a week while I practiced. And then weekends, traveling all over the tri-state area and beyond. And my younger brother, got tagged along. So thank you for all of that. Also like to thank my aunts and uncles here tonight. You're all a very special part of my life, and so it's very nice to have you here supporting me tonight. Thank you. So now on to the coaches. I am lucky to have 3 of them here today, all 3 coaches that I played for. Sue Newcomb is the one who recruited me, and she is one of the main reasons I came to this school. As a student athlete, you're looking for a coach that you can play for and feel comfortable playing under, and Sue had all those qualities, great coaching styles, so here I came, and once I started here preseason, it was probably the best choice I ever made, because great having home-cooked meals your freshman year leaving home, so Sue was kind enough to make a lot of meals for all of us girls during preseason, just a nice way to get us all together, eating in the courts, and give us a little break from that cafeteria food. So towards the end of the season, though, Sue kind of dropped a bomber on us, telling us she's retiring from coaching. So a bit of a disappointment to us all, but thank you for being our coach that freshman year. You were a great inspiration and a great coach. We were lucky enough to have Coach Eric step in. He was the assistant coach at the time, took over as head coach and brought on Coach Greg along with him. So they made a great team, challenging us, encouraging us, supporting us, and we had some fun too. Some things that stick out in my mind are our boardwalk runs every preseason, and then it would wind up with breakfast at Coach Eric's house, and I think he still continues that tradition today. And also another thing that sticks out is our van rides to weekend tournaments. He was kind enough to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for everyone. And I think he's learning this for the first time tonight, but I despise the smell and the taste of peanut butter. I never would have told him, because it was very generous, and I know the girls appreciated it, but I pretty much traveled every weekend sick to my stomach in that van. So, And then Coach Greg, things that stick out in my mind are just him helping me out on the court during warm-ups or practice. He was always there trying to block me, being that super tall man that he is. It was great for me trying to get around him. And also, you could always hear Coach Greg on the court. He would get so pumped up when anyone had a great play or anything, you heard Coach Greg cheering. So thank you. Thank you all for all your support throughout the years. Now, on to my teammates. And I would like you all to come up here now. So these ladies, I am thrilled to have 6 of them here with me tonight. And Laura Mulder as well. Don't see you standing up yet. I would not be standing up here if it wasn't for all you ladies. So, as we're walking up, I will start with Laura Mulder in the back. I'm going to stick with maiden names. We were all, I think, lucky enough to have Laura as our senior role model. And she was that player that I was like, oh, I want to be like Laura. She was also a middle hitter, and I said, I just want to dominate that net like she does. So she was kind of my role model from the very beginning. So thank you for all your help and everything you did. So, thank you. Then I'll go to Heather Deviney here. She was always that calm, cool, collective girl on the court. Also the one that could play pretty much any position and willing to adjust and kind of fill in where needed. So thank you for all of that and willing to just go with the flow every time you needed to. So thank you, Heather. And then Mari Cassiano, next to Heather. She was my, I guess, warm-up partner, passing partner during warm-ups, and she's also the one that would sub in for me in back line. So you are more than welcome to sub in once again if you'd like right now. She was a great, I think what stands out in my mind with Mari is just her finesse. She'd be diving for balls, rolling around that court. I don't know how she did it, but she was there digging up all those balls that were spiked at her. So great job, Mari. Julie Richalik. Julie, she was quite the powerhouse when she hit that ball. But I think what really stands out in my mind is Julie was the one who got us all fired up prior to games. She just knew what to say. Sometimes she would roar like a lion, sometimes do some kind of crazy dance, but kind of whatever it took to get us going. So Julie, thanks for being my de-stressor and giving me lots of laughs prior to games. I think I needed that once in a while. Then I'm going to go on to Charlotte Wills next to Laura. She was my setter, and she was setting from pretty early on because our senior setter wound up hurting herself early on in the tournament. So Charlotte was kind of thrown in there, and she didn't disappoint. She was amazing. So thank you for setting me as much as you did, making me look good. And I'll go on to Anne-Marie Wallace. Anne-Marie is probably one of the most dedicated people I know when it was either on the court or off the court. She was the one who would always go to practices early to either work on her own skills, but to help others out, especially Charlotte, I think, coming in, a new setter, and I know Heather often went early, so she's amazing with her dedication to the sport and everything like that. So thank you. Thank you for helping everybody else out. And although we have all remained friends, mostly via Facebook nowadays, Anne-Marie has actually become a very special part of my life. She was my maid of honor on my wedding, and my son, Serena Waterworks, is very lucky to call her his godmother. So thank you, Anne-Marie. So I'll end there. Thank you all for everything you did. Little did you know you were going to have my back up on stage tonight, as you did on the court. But in closing, just it was such a privilege to be here as a student athlete, and such an honor to now be part of this Hall of Fame family. So thank you again, everybody.